From the desk in my bedroom, I'm Amanda Maxim. This is Happiest Man Alive. Find us on the web at happiestpodcast.com.
Before I project my feelings and my thoughts on this experiment, let me start with observation.
Okay, start with observation. But will these observations really get me any closer to the solution? Last time I talked with the Happiest Man Alive, he gave me my first assignment in my personal happiness experiment. It's a system of observation called My 3 Good Things, and it goes like this.
My system is called My 3 Good Things, which is step 1 in observation, looking at the things you really choose to do and the things that actually manifest themselves in reality that you really want and pursue. Now, are those the things you want to pursue? I don't know yet. But we start with just looking at what's happening in life. So the 3 good things is basically a simple exercise where you buy this little notepad, you put it next to your nightstand, and before you go to sleep every day, you open it and you ask yourself, what were 3 good things that happened today? And you let your mind just subconscious kind of blurt out, what are those 3 things that were good about today? And that's it. That's how you start.
Full disclosure for the purpose of science, I didn't do this assignment in a notebook before bed. I did it on a tape recorder, whenever I felt like it. When there was something that happened to me or came to mind that made me smile, I got out my phone and added to a voice memo. Here, I'll play you some of my list. There's a cricket in my room. Something arrived in the mail. The mean value theorem. Going for a walk on my own. The moon, glow sticks, playing with glow sticks, watching hamster maze movies with my daughters. Telephones. I love telephones. He says I should think about the things on my list as pieces of a puzzle. The puzzle I need to put together is a picture of me, specifically what it is that I really want out of life. He says this is the most important question to answer if you hope to become happy.
I would say if there's one thing you should ask yourself to get to the quickest way to happiness is, what do I want? And every word in this sentence means a lot. What means you need things. You need to want things in life. A lover, to create something. I want money. I want a house. I want a vacation. The second thing is, what do I want? What do you want? Not what other people think you should want or what culture tells you to want. What do you want? All the external forces are just sometimes getting you to the point that you don't know if that's something you want or you were told to want it. And want is like you really need to want, like passionately desire something. Things that make you smile, make your heart sing with joy when you close your eyes and you imagine you have them. To the point where you say, if I get this, it's worth my time, it's worth my effort, my hard work. Actually, it's worth my life, because that's what you're actually doing. You're giving up your life in exchange of getting things that cost you time and energy. So that's the key question.
That may be the key question, but I don't see how this list is going to help me find the answer. I'm supposed to use this list as a portal to the deepest parts of my soul, to look in there and to discover diamonds. Diamonds are what the Happiest Man Alive calls the things that you most want out of life, the things that you'll become a hero while pursuing. But when it came to playing this list back, I couldn't see a heroic picture of me. I found something that I lost. Making up a game. Finishing this podcast. There's new soap in the bathroom. Trying to photograph squirrels in the cemetery. Trying to sneak up on them so I could get a good picture. Studying a movie, All the President's Men. I don't really see what I'm supposed to get out of this list. What does a cricket in my room, a package arriving in the mail, and new soap in the bathroom have to do with deep, fulfilling happiness? I'm supposed to be mining, but it feels more like reading tea leaves, or worse. What if there aren't any deep things in there? What if there aren't any diamonds? What if the picture I put together from these pieces of me is shallow? It's time to call him.
Well, did you do the homework? That's the question.
I did.
Mm-hmm. What did you do?
Well, okay, so you told me to record 3 good things, and you said to do it before bed. I do it when I'm thinking about it.
That's fine. Do it the Amanda way.
And then I'm supposed to take this list and mine it for diamonds.
Let's discuss the list first. I'm curious.
You curious what's on here?
What's on the list?
I'll read you some of them. I finished this podcast. There was a cricket in my room. That was fun. And then the mean value theorem is on here.
Wait. The fun thing was that there was a cricket in your room?
Yeah, there's a cricket in here. And so it was like telling me how boring I was, making me laugh.
What does it tell you about Amanda?
Only about him. I don't know. That's the whole problem here. It's like these are fun little shallow things, but I don't.
No, they're not. They're not shallow for sure.
Because
they're fun, yes. But what does it tell you about Amanda? Think. Drop the pen for a second. Your subconscious decided to write, the cricket is fun. It's a good thing. What is it about the cricket that is fun? It can be annoying. But for Amanda, it's fun. What's fun about the cricket?
The cricket is making a joke at me, right? It's telling me when it chirps and I'm trying to record. It's funny to me because it's like, oh, there's a cricket in the background. It keeps telling me how boring I am. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little story, I guess.
Can we learn from it that Amanda likes funny things?
Yeah, but so what? I mean, doesn't everybody like funny things?
No, not everybody likes funny things.
Name one person that doesn't like funny things.
I don't like funny things. I'm a serious person. If I had a cricket here in my room when I was recording, I would be growing crazy to catch it as fast as I can and try to get him out. If not, I'll just step on it. This is how bad I am. You see, so we have very different attitudes toward a cricket in our room, and you need to understand this is what makes you you. Okay, we took the insight. Amanda likes funny things. Got it. Let's move on.
Okay. Something arrived in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
I have playing Legos with my daughters. Glow sticks is on here. Oh man, I love glow sticks. They're so much fun.
Why?
They're a bit of a surprise, right? You think you know what color they're gonna be, but then you crack it and then it's this wow, it happens all at once, and it's an interesting chemical reaction that happens. Usually have them at nighttime. You get to play with them in a different way than you would with another toy.
I've learned so much in the last 30 seconds. I've learned that you like surprises of things coming in the mail, and you like the play of Legos and the creation, and you love the wonder and the science of glow sticks, and you like to be funny. And that tells so much about Amanda and who she is. It's like I know you better now. And that is from, 30 seconds of introspection of things you like. You see, this is the power of good things.
Okay. Live from the cemetery, I'm Amanda Maxim. This is Happiest Man Alive. I'm here in the cemetery because I'm testing the Happiest Man Alive's theory. He says that the good things... Okay, hold on, I wrote it down. He says that good things are powerful because even though they seem small, the little things connect up to bigger and more important things. And if you can discover one of these rare, really important things, it's a diamond. I don't know what I'm going to do with the diamond yet if I discover it, but that's the first step. He also promised me that this would be scientific. So I'm here in the cemetery because I'm going to test his theory. So what I did is I took my 3 good things list and I picked a random thing from the list. I put on my list trying to photograph a squirrel in the cemetery. And so I'm here trying to recreate the situation so that I can figure out, is this good thing really powerful or not? The first thing I have to do is to try to find a squirrel to photograph. That may take some time, so I'm gonna hit the stop button here for now. As I wander in the cemetery looking for a squirrel, let me fill you in on some of the insights I had about other things on my good things list. First, new soap in the bathroom. This seemed pretty silly, but after thinking about it, the reason I put this as a good thing on my list is because I like new things. And it's not just things like new shoes and new soap, but I also love new inventions and innovations. That's what I want to do with this podcast. Make something new and different that hasn't been done before. So far, so good. I definitely haven't heard any of those guys from NPR running around the cemetery trying to photograph squirrels. Okay, back to me. I think I found one. Okay, I found a squirrel. I'm trying to get a good picture of it. What's the insight here? Why do I like doing this? Why is this fun? Okay, so first of all, the happiest man alive told me that he likes to watch the squirrels outside of his window, and that's one of the things that makes him happy. So I thought I would try to photograph a squirrel for him, because that would be a nice little gift. If he is the happiest man alive, he's a hero. And there's something really exciting about that. And if he is a good guy, I want to help him. So that's it. I wanted to help the happiest man alive by making him laugh. I think he was onto something when he said that I like to be funny. If I collect these insights with the intention of using them as data, I need to know how it's all going to add up to a picture of my happiness.
So in a way, you have to trust me a little bit that there is a next step, and then there's the next step after that. And it's all part of a big loop of pursuing happiness. But at the core, it's knowing who you are. You know, you're doing science and you're starting with observation and collecting data, right? And the data is scattered and you don't know what to make of it. But then you move to a stage of what does the data mean? You don't want to cut that stage of collecting data too early because you want to gather enough data. The values in your life, in a way, are reflections of your true soul and who you really are. That's the nucleus of happiness. So that's step one, collecting those gems. They are proof. And this is why I love talking to kids, because they know what they want and what they love. Mm-hmm. They didn't forget that yet. And those are the diamonds I was talking about. Those are the things that are going to pave the way towards a more meaningful life, because it has to include them.
So, I'm continuing with my good things list. Indiana Jones. Vaccine. Mozart. Another surprise arrived in the mail. Watching Monty Python clips with the happiest man alive. That was fun. Maybe it's time for you to start gathering your own data. The Happiest Man Alive gave me a form that you can use yourself. To download it, go to happiestpodcast.com/goodthings. He says that part of the reason for doing this exercise is to reconnect with a childlike sense about the world, that life is for you to explore and to play and to go after the things that you love. And even though the road ahead seems foggy, he says that in one way, I'm actually further along than where he started on his journey.
And by the way, I'm so happy for you that you have no inhibitions about what makes you happy. I was in a much worse situation of not even knowing what wanting looks like. You have this childish excitement about things that when you talk that I lost and I had to rediscover. And everything that I've heard is a childish yearning for excitement, for surprise, for exploration, for heroism. And so you're at a really good place, because I think it seems like you were brought up to think about wanting and imagining things as a good thing. The culture I come from, it's not. So yeah, it's don't do this. You know, this is a childish dream. Drumming, seriously? Drumming? What are you going to do with drumming? And then I saw in a way that they were right, because when I got at 17 to work in the number one music shop in Israel, fixing drums, I got to see the most successful drummers in Israel, and they were not rich. They were happy, excited about what they're doing, but they were driving little cars and scrapping for money from, you know, all kinds of events and weddings and things like that. And I was told that's bad. So I gave it up, because that's childish. Come on, drumming? Who wants to be a drummer or a race car driver? Nobody becomes a race car driver. So go be an engineer.
But who gave you the slap on the wrist? Is something you did to yourself?
Yes, it's well, I've sucked it from the culture, from the parents, from the grandmother, from the aunts, and from the friends of the family, from my educators, my teachers, my friends. It's attacking you from all directions, to the point when it becomes self-inflicted. They've left their mark, and now you're doing it, right? And now you're convincing yourself that everything you really want is childish and not serious, and life is a drag. So you have to be an engineer and pass through university and do your best in the physics classes and chemistry classes and work as hard as you can, because work is not fun, but you do it for the money. And sometimes when you're depressed, it's because you're weak. So there are some remnants, I think, of this dismissive attitude towards the things you love as a kid that I think is crushing our souls when we're adults. And in a way, those three good things is trying to revive that wonder, that innocence of life is a playground.
You've been listening to Happiest Man Alive. This podcast is produced by me, Amanda Maxim. Thank you, Don Watkins. Find us on the web at happiestpodcast.com. Music was by Elaine Aris, Fragile, and Poddington Bear. What's on your good things list? I have an idea. Put on there how you shared this podcast with somebody special. Thank you. You would just hunt the cricket down and kill it. That's what you would do.
Of course, it's in my way and it's annoying. What's funny about a cricket? Come on. Only crazy people find a cricket while they're recording a podcast funny. Yeah, what's wrong with you?